As a wee little child, Ann Cameron knew she would one day become a school teacher. It was all she ever talked about. Her dream came true when at the ripe old age of 18, Ann traveled by stage to San Marcos, Texas, where she became part of the first freshman class at the Southwest Texas State Normal School, now known as Texas State University. Ann was so proud when she graduated and got her first teaching position, only a short mule ride from her family home. It was obvious to anyone who noticed that Ann had the gift. Her school was orderly and everyone learned. Even little Bubba Baxter, who everyone knew was simple. Bless his heart. Ann and her good friend and colleague Irma Schnedlingbachers were chosen to open a new school during the 4th year of Ann's career. Unlike more skittish teachers, she embraced the concept of the 2-room school. She was also very happy when Irma purchased an automobile. Ann's poor old mule, Essie Mae, had been lame for a while, and the 6-mile walk to work was giving Ann blisters. Ann loved teaching her class at the 2-room school. She particularly loved mathematics. That led to her piloting an experimental program using state-of-the-art abacuses. The program led to a long and rich career as a math teacher. Ann soon became known throughout the state of Texas for her innovative use of multiplication tables. Ann once flew to Helsinki to receive the International Society of Innovative Mathematics Manipulative Users Award. Her methods for stopping students from counting on their fingers, although considered harsh by some, were celebrated by math teachers around the world. Soon, she was going from school to school, spreading her math genius around like fertilizer and helping young minds grow. By the end of her career, she was so good at teaching math that she sometimes taught at more than one school at the same time. She became a valued member of many school faculties. Ann's love of teaching took her to many different schools over the many years of her teaching career. We tried to get some photos of her schools. It wasn't as easy as we thought it would be. Did I mention that Ann taught for a very long time? Ann Cameron has taught for so long that she outlasted some of the schools that were built during her career. Ann once bravely made 7 daring trips back into her school as it burned around her to save the school's supply of Cuisinart rods. Later that evening, President Roosevelt mentioned her heroics during one of his fireside chats. Now, one thing that Ann will always be remembered for is her sense of fashion. She always wore the latest styles, not an easy task for a school teacher. You might not know this, but Ann is a very talented seamstress. She made most of her own clothing, and as shown in this picture, taught other school teachers how to do the same. Soon, Anne was even making extra money sewing all the PE uniforms. She would have sewn the band uniforms had it not been for that accident with the tuba. Anne is also a very good cook. She practiced her skills when one of her schools, very progressive for its time, started serving lunch to students on campus. These cooking skills came in handy for Anne. She spent many a summer vacation earning extra money cooking for the stagecoach passengers passing through the area, and did many odd jobs to help boost her income. You may be surprised by some of them. But nothing was more important to Anne than her students. It has been estimated that Anne has touched the lives of over 600,000 children in Texas during her career. Her love of teaching motivated her to become active in her teachers' organization. She and some of her fellow teachers actually attended the first ATPE conference in Austin, Texas. It was during the conference that she rekindled her brief romance with Lyndon Baines Johnson, whom she had dated during her days at Southwest Texas. Anne had many beaus, some of them more famous than others. Now that Anne is retiring, there is no limit to the things she will get to do. She is most excited about revisiting some of the hobbies and activities she has enjoyed her whole life, but has not had enough time to pursue more deeply. One of those hobbies is cake decorating. You can see she has a knack for it. Anne has loved pottery ever since she saw that steamy scene in the movie Ghost. Many of her friends and family have pieces that she made for them, hidden away somewhere in their homes. Yes, Anne loves to play beach volleyball. In fact, her team came in 14th during this competition. Anne is hoping that her recent falls have not made it impossible for her to go back to the rodeo. She used to love riding those bulls. Camping may take up some of Anne's time. She has such fond memories of this trip she took to Palmetto State Park. Anne is hoping to take another trip to Africa. Unfortunately, the height of this wildebeest doesn't match her sofa. She's hoping for something more of a taupe. One thing is certain, Anne will be getting out to see the country. She passed her final trucker's exam in February and took ownership of her hot red tractor last month. Anne will have plenty of money to help her enjoy her retirement. Always smart with her finances, she has hidden $1 under her mattress for every year of her career. Now, she has more cash on hand than the Texas Treasury. All joking aside, Anne Cameron is one of my favorite people. Though I'll miss seeing her at school every day, I know we have many emails, calls, visits, dinners, and adventures waiting for us in the future. Anne, have a wonderful retirement. You deserve it.